Okay, so the hyperbola. Hyperbola either goes like this or this. And the formula for this hyperbola is x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. And this is the case if the center is at 0, 0. And in this case, it is y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared with 1. And it's the same case if it's at 0, 0. The difference is that a squared is on the x-axis. That's why hyperbola is sitting on the x-axis. And a squared is on the y-axis. That's why hyperbola is sitting on the y-axis. So that's a good way to remember it. To find the vertex of each, it is simply positive, negative, a, 0, comma 0. And this is 0, positive, negative, a. The vertex is the line in which the hyperbola touches the axis. In this case, the x-axis, in this case, the y-axis. And to find the foci, it is simply positive, negative c, comma 0. And for this is 0, positive, negative c. The foci is located on the inside of the parabola. And this is c, the distance between the center, the inside of the hyperbola. That's the foci. And this is a. This is a. And to find c, general formula is just the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared. So now let's move on to some problems. X squared over 4 and minus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. Remember, if the positive side is the x-axis, then it is in this direction. And if the positive is the y, then it is in the y-axis in this direction. So here we can see that the positive is x, so we know that it will be in this shape. So check. A squared is, since we know that this is the shape, then this is the a squared. So a squared is equal to 4. That must mean that this is b squared, 9. To find a and b, just square both sides of the equation, or square root both sides of the equation, and you will get a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3, because this cancels out. Now we know, now that we know a and b, let's now graph the problem. Now A is 2, so 1, 2, 1, 2, and B is 3, so 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. A technique for finding the asymptotes is a red line, or a red box rather. Now that we got this, we can now draw the asymptotes, which is the corner up to the center and then to the corner. So it's gonna be the asymptotes of this problem. So let's now draw the asymptotes. The asymptotes, it needs to be touching the vertex, and it should not touch the asymptote. So that's the graph. If we're going back to our formula or what we have written earlier, vortex is positive, negative a, comma 0, and our a is 2, so that must mean positive, negative 2 over 0. And if we can see here, that's correct. Positive 2, 1, 2, here is the vortex, and negative 2, negative 2, here is the vertex in there. Vertex. Now, it's time to find the focus. And the formula is positive, negative, c, comma, 0. And to find c, it is simply the Pythagorean theorem. So c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. A squared is 4 plus b squared is 9, c squared. 4 plus 9 is 13. And we need to square root both sides. So c is equal to the square root of 13. So our focus is positive, negative 13, comma, 0. And the square root of 13 is approximately 3.6. So 3.6 is 1, 2, positive, negative 3.6. So 1, 2, 3. Here, as you can see, it is inside. And negative 3.6. 1, 2, 3. Now to find the asymptotes. The formula for asymptotes is y is equal to positive, negative b over a x, if this is the graph. And for this side, it is positive, negative a over b x. To remember, always remember that we are finding this part of the graph, this part of the graph. So it is basically slope. So y is equal to, so we need to get to here. So it's 1, 2, 3, that's rise, and 1, 2, that is run. So this is rise, and this is run. So that's basically positive, negative, and this is b, because this is the b value. So it is b over, it's the a, so b over a x. So that is how you find the asymptote. Let me just substitute the values. So b is 3 and a is 2x. You can see this part is the positive part because it is going the positive direction. So this is the positive 3 halves x. And this is the negative 3 halves x because it is going in the negative direction. It is going down, this is going up. Our next problem. So in order for us to solve this, we need to first divide both sides by 144. So 144 divided by 144 is 1. 9 divided by 144 is 1 over 16. 1 over 16. 1 over 16y squared minus negative 16 divided by 144 is 1 over 9 x squared equals 1. And you can write this as y squared over 16 minus x squared over 9 is equal to 1. Hello? Now we are going to solve this problem. And since the positive is on the y-axis, that means our graph is going to be on the y-axis. So it is going to be this shape. So a squared is 16 and b squared is 9. A squared is always on the positive side. So since y is positive, then this must be the so square root both sides of the equation. And you will get a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 3. And to find c is simply the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared. B squared is equal to a squared is 16 plus b squared is 9. So c squared is equal to 55. And if we square root both sides, cancel, c is equal to 5. So let us graph now. So A, since it is on the y-axis, that means we're going this way, this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our A, 1, 2, 3, 4. And for our B is 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. So again, we're going to draw our box. This is our box. So we can find the asymptotes much easier. And then we're going to draw it like so. After drawing, and we're going to graph it. So make sure it's not touching the asymptotes. Now we're going to find the vertex. The vertex is for this kind is 0, positive, negative 8. So it is 0, positive, negative, our A is 4. So let us check 0 and positive 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's correct, and negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is correct. And for our focus, it's 0, positive, negative, C. And our C is 5, so positive, negative 5. So this is our, we'll see, it's also inside the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive 5 and negative 5. For the asymptotes, y equals to, we're going in this, we're going in this direction again. So it is rise over run. But this time, our rise is the A value. So because this is the A, that means it is positive negative A first over the run. Rise is A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and run is B, B, X. So our asymptote is 4 over 3x. So this is the positive 4 over 3x and the negative 4 over 3. Now let's move on. If the center is not at 0, 0, 0, comma 0. So, uh, good way for remembering this is just remember these formulas, and then we're just going to add h and k. So, x minus h squared, because it's squared, over a squared minus y minus k then squared over b squared equals 1. That is our formula if the center is not at 0, comma 0. So your vertex, it's just the same. Just add h to this, and this is supposed to be k. So h, positive, negative, a, comma, k. And the same goes for the focus. So it's going to be h, positive, negative, c over r, comma, k. As for the asymptotes, the formula is y minus k is equal to positive, negative, b over a here, and then x minus h. The way from remembering this is because h is at x, that's why it's x minus h, and because k is at the position of y, because this is x coordinate and y coordinate. So k, y minus k. That's a good way for it. And the same goes for this type of graph. So it's going to be 1 minus h squared over a squared minus x minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Same goes for the vertex. It's going to be h this time because it is in the left, as you can see. Then positive, negative, k, k, positive, negative, k. Same goes for the focus. It's going to be h, k, positive, negative, c. Same goes for the asymptotes, which is y, and since it's y, it's going to be minus k equals to positive, negative, a over b. And since it is x, it's going to be minus h. So what's our problem? X minus 3 squared over 4 minus y plus 2 squared over 9 is equal to 1. As you can see here, the x value is the one that is positive, so our shape is going to be this. So let's now graph it. So the center is at 3, comma, negative 2. To find that, it is simply take the inside part, x minus 3, and equate it to 0. So y plus 2 is equal to 0. Then transpose, it's going to be x equals positive 3 because we transposed it, and then y is equal to negative 2. So that's why it's like that. So with our center, let's find a. And so a squared is 4 because positive, and b squared is 9. Remember, a squared is always on the positive side. Then square root both sides to cancel, and a is equal to, and b is equal to 3. And just like our previous example, if a is equal to b to 3, then if we use a Pythagorean theorem, our answer will be c is equal to the square root of 13. So let's write square root of 13. Now, we are now going to graph it. Remember that our center is not at 0, comma 0. It is now at 3, negative 3. So let's find the center. So it's going to be at x3, x coordinate 3, so 1, 2, 3. And then y coordinate negative 2, so let's go down 1. So this is our center. And now we're going to find the vertex. Vertex is at h, positive, negative, a, comma, k. So it's our h value is 3, because remember this is h and this is k. 3, positive, negative, our a is 2, comma, k is negative 2. So if we try to graph it, then it's 3 plus 2, which is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down to 1, 2. So this is our first vertex. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. So this 1, then down to 1, 2. So this is our other vertex. And if you're wondering how to find the corner vertexes, we just need to look at B. And since A is on the x-axis, that must mean B is on the y-axis. So we just need to add 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this is our first vertex, and then 1, 2, 3. This is vertex. And now we can draw the box. Then the asymptotes for that box. And now we can graph. Make sure that the graph is not touching the asymptote. And now we're going to find foci. So N is equal to H positive negative C K. F, so H is 3, positive negative, or C is square root of 13, and our K is negative 2. So let's bring out the calculator. 3 plus square root of 13 is approximately 6.6. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6.6 is around here. And then it's just we're going down to, so 1, So this is going to be our, the same goes. 3 minus square root of 13 is negative 0.6. So it's going to be right here, negative 0.6. So this is 1. So this is going to be negative 0.6. And then down 2. So 1, 2. So this is going to be our foci. And now we're going to find the asymptotes, the value of the asymptotes. We're going to move this here. Now, if you remember, our formula is y minus 8, y minus k equal to positive, negative. So this is going to be rise over run. And since this is rise and this is run, this is going to be our b, and it's going to be our a, because a is on the x-axis and b is on the y-axis. So it's going to be b over a, then times x minus h. So k is negative 2. It's going to be y minus negative 2 equals to positive, negative. Our b is 3. So we're going to write 3 over our a is 2. So we're going to write 2 x minus, and our h is positive 3. Then simplify, this can be rewritten as y plus 2 because negative times negative is a positive. Positive negative 3 halves x minus 2. And that is the asymptotes. Thank you for watching.